Never thirsty. Never thirsty.
But Mattress Mack, I bring this up for a reason. Mattress Mack, who is a furniture icon in the Houston, Texas area. He owns Gallery Furniture, which, if you want to buy mattresses or couches or love seats, ottomans, you want to buy, armoires, he's got them all there at the shop. It's a huge sort of mega store. He's probably got multiple locations, but I know of the one that I went to personally. Mm-hmm. Anyway, Mattress Mack is a Houston legend. He's friends with Paul Wall and all the whole Houston scene there. But he made a bet on the Houston Astros to win the World Series. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if they win, he wins $22 million. Yeah.
And if they lose?
I think he loses like $6 million or something.
Oh,
so this is a guy who is like, he's a big sports gambler, a very big sports gambler. And, can you imagine making a bet like that? People do it all the time, but this is, he's betting on the home team.
Well, listen, I don't have $6 million to bet, just throw away on a whim of cheaters. Well, it's a 50-50 shot either way. Does he have to win in other words, is there a certain score?
No, it doesn't have to be a certain score. And I would say that it's less than a 50-50 chance at this point because they still have to get to the World Series, right? So right now it's a 25% chance. There's 4 teams left. So there's a 75% chance he could lose that bet right now because there's 4 teams. So, if he can get to the World Series, that makes it a 50-50 chance. And that's a true coin toss. Now, I've once played. This is a gambling lesson for everybody. I like to go to the casino and have some fun. I play craps. I love rolling the dice, and I think it's the most fun action in the building. But I will tell you, gambling in general is like a coin toss, heads or tails, right?
Yes.
And if you're lucky or not lucky, whatever the case may be, if you flip a coin, there has been times. I once played, and now he may have been using a trick coin, but have you seen the movie Joanna Man?
Years ago, I wouldn't be able to remember a scene.
Okay, well, Miguel Nunez is the guy from the movie. He's a very funny actor. I was doing a project with Miguel, and he likes to gamble on anything. Like, how many sips do you think she's going to take on that drink? $5 says 2. And you're like, all right. And then she takes 3, and then you owe him $5. But he's the type of guy that was like literally would – Action is his middle name, and he would come up to me and be like, "Hey, let's do a coin toss for $1." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Call it in the air." I'm like, "Tails." Comes up, heads. I owe him $1. He's like, "Double or nothing." I go, "Tails." He goes again, $2. He's like, "Double or nothing." I'm like, "Sure." $4, $8, $16, $36, whatever it is. I end up losing this coin toss 11 or 12 in a row to the point where I now owe him hundreds of dollars, right? And then he stops. He's like, "Oh, okay, we're done." And he made me go to the ATM and pull out the cash and pay him, which I did. Now, I don't know whether he was using a trick coin or not because I was like – because I was calling it in the air and I was determined just to keep calling tails.
Yeah, the apple coin.
But I will say that, like, it goes to show you, even when you're playing in a casino, if you're playing blackjack or one of these games, you could, theoretically, you shouldn't lose 11 in a row. Eventually, you should win one hand. So it's like there are the people that lose a hand, then they double down and keep doubling down until they break even. And then they go on a cold streak, they lose 11 hands in a row, 20 hands in a row, they're done. And then, and in a casino, it's even less than a 50% chance now because, like, let's look at a game like roulette. So roulette has black numbers and red numbers, right?
Right.
So if you bet black or red, you should have 50-50. It's either going to be black or it's going to be red, right?
Right.
Well, it's actually less than 50-50 because there's also 00 and 0, which are green. So that takes the edge slightly in the house favor, and it's not 50-50 anymore.
Listen,
Am I breaking it down too much? Am I getting too wild?
No, listen, you're doing good. But gambling is a bad thing. So all the people listening, gambling is terrible.
Well, listen, it's bad if you're if you know you could become addicted to it. The worst thing you could do the worst thing that can happen to somebody with gambling is for them to win. That's like the worst thing that could happen to them because
Win
now
more than once.
if you win, now you felt it and you know that you could do it, and now you're going to be chasing that win again.
Forever.
And that's the worst thing that can possibly happen to you. The best lesson you can learn is gambling is to just lose the first time and just be like, okay, I learned my lessons.
Never thirsty. Never thirsty.